Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and I welcome you all to my live Let's Play of Mega Man Xtreme, also known as Rockman X Cyber Mission in Japan. This is a Mega Man X game developed and published by Capcom and released on the Gameboy Color. Before I begin, let me change the controls. I'm going to be playing on Simple Type. It starts out with Normal Type, but I highly suggest you play this on Simple Type, as otherwise dashing is a pain to do. So let us begin. We start off in the same central highway as in X1. So we can jump, shoot, we also start with the dash boots, and wall kick off of walls. The usual set of abilities we started with in X2. Screen crunch isn't that bad yet, but there are some places where it gets a bit problematic. The B-bladers do look a bit smaller though, more fun-sized. A nice trip down memory lane. Essentially this game is a remake of X1 and X2 stages. There are a few new things added to the game, but not as much as in Xtreme 2. The checkpoints actually freeze the game like that and say autosave. I don't know why we needed this many checkpoints though. There are some spots where the game is difficult, especially near the end of normal mode, but for the most part the game isn't that bad, especially if you exploit boss weaknesses. First change is that Vile is defeatable here. This is the only time where the fully charged, unupgraded Buster deals 4 points of damage to an enemy. I didn't think that the mother computer would be that powerful. Must be the biggest supercomputer in the world at this time. Chronologically, this game takes place between X2 and X3. That's why we only have data of Mavericks from X1 and X2. Greatest genius before Douglas, I suppose. Because the default text speed is a bit slow, I'll be fast forwarding through the dialogue. Let me know if I'm going through it too fast. Okay, I'll slow it down a bit. I wouldn't need to do this if the base text speed was faster. Into the digital realm we go. And unlike the mainline X series on the SNES, we can actually save and load our games. So here's our first selection of 4 Mavericks: Chill Penguin, Spark Mandrill, Storm Eagle, and Flame Stag. I'll start off by going after Storm Eagle. On normal and hard modes, you only get a selection of 4 Mavericks. Only on extreme mode you can start it by selecting all 8 Mavericks. First order of business, collect the sub-tank there. Because you already started with the dash boots, I don't recommend you go through Chill Penguin stage first, plus he's harder in this game. And there's our first hard tank. Each one of the Maverick stages has a hard tank hidden in them, and they increase your max health total by 2. And there's the first Dr. Light capsule. Just like how it was originally, I get the head upgrade. Then I can crush these blocks with my head. I know, Philip. Mega Man Xtreme 2 does the same thing. In fact, because the game limits your options on normal and hard mode at the endgame is harder than hard mode and extreme mode, because you can't collect all the hard tanks or sub-tanks. Storm Eagle's tactics are the same as they were in the SNES. This holds true for pretty much all the other bosses in the game. Those that aren't original bosses, that is. And down he goes. Not really YouTube, it just has somewhat of an unstable difficulty curve. And there's our antagonist of the game, the Shadow Brokers. On the left is Techno, and on the right is Jamil, or Gamil. Really, the names of the difficulty modes don't mean anything. Normal mode is harder than hard mode and extreme mode, if you decide to go for all the upgrades, that is. Otherwise, they're about the same in terms of difficulty. Maybe hard mode is slightly more difficult than normal mode, but extreme mode is essentially as difficult as hard mode, just longer. Next up, I'll go after Flame Stag. That's another way of looking at it, Buster. The strange thing is that when you're playing on extreme mode though, it strips out the plot. That's why I'm playing on normal mode and hard mode instead of just extreme mode directly. Well, I'm gonna die here because I screwed this up already. I fumbled the wall jump. At the very least, I got the hard tank upgrade. Easiest Dr. Light capsule to find. It's just right out there in the open and you need nothing to get it. This is the body upgrade. It'll have all the damage I take. That's not quite true, Buster. If you finish normal mode with all the upgrades, and then you continue on to hard mode, you'll maintain all the upgrades you collected in the previous mode. Mind you, the plot being removed problem was fixed in Xtreme 2, if I recall correctly. Even though that attack looks impressive, it doesn't really deal that much damage to me. That ram attack though, that's a dangerous one. And down he goes. No thanks, Philip, I already know all the weaknesses. I'm not commenting on the weapons, as they function pretty much the same as they did in the original games. There is one exception to that rule though, but I'll get into that in hard mode. Next up is Chill Penguin. Ah yes, Buster, I forgot about that. In order to get the true ending of Xtreme 2, you need to play on extreme mode. Oh yeah, I want to point this out too. If you play with the normal setting, the normal control setting, in order to dash, you have to double tap left or right. That's why I enable simple type, as dashing otherwise is really inconsistent for me. And here's the leg upgrade. This will allow me to climb faster, crush certain blocks with my legs, and wall jump further. At least it feels like I can dash jump further. Sadly, I can't destroy these with the right armor. Mega Man, please get out of that. You can't destroy these with a regular buster anymore. or using that either. You have to use the speed burner. And there's the next life upgrade. I don't think these spawn bees either. Because of the way this game controls, Shield Penguin isn't actually the easiest boss of the game, especially if you play using the normal control setting. And to be fair against the Mavericks, the first time I face off against them, I'll buster duel them. Or at least I'll try to. And last but not least is Spark Mandrill. His stage has the Buster upgrade, another heart tank, and a sub-tank. I'm surprised we didn't see these enemies in the intro stage. You need the leg upgrade in order to get this sub-tank. Actually, I should be using the Storm Tornado here. Whoops. I accidentally dash jumped off the wrong point. Oh well, at least this game has overly generous checkpoints. As I said, we really didn't need this many checkpoints. I know this is a portable title, but it's borderline ridiculous at this point. Even the world titles never had this many checkpoints. Oh, they're all loading zones? Well, that explains a lot. I guess these were not necessary in the world titles, as you move through them slower. Here you can dash all around the place. Even then, at the very least, you can make some of them not act like checkpoints. and the last heart tank I'll collect on normal mode. This will cause a problem during the end game, but I'll get into that. Up here is the X-Buster upgrade. And now you can see the effects of all the armor upgrades on X's sprite. So my fully charged Buster Shot now will deal 3 points of damage to bosses. Out of the 4 original Mavericks, he's the hardest.